Hello, dear Virgos, and welcome to your reading. I'm Empress Rose, and just so you know, this is a very general reading, of course. If you'd like a more personal reading, you're welcome to contact me, and I'd love to do those. And also, all of these cards are pre-shuffled. I like to do it off camera, and I'll do a little on camera, but all right, let's get started. We're going to start with the Oracle of Mystical Moments card to give us an overview of where we're going today. So, a message for Virgo. Clear message for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know today? What does Virgo need to know today? Clear message for Virgo. Does not want to give up any cards right now. Clear message for Virgo. I'm going to take another one. Clear message for Virgo. Oh, wow. Okay. We have the home in the sky and the white rose of hope. So this one's pretty self-explanatory. There's a deep emotional hope that guides you with a very quiet, intuitive light. It's very pure. There's a loveliness to it. It keeps you company in the dark. It's a hope and a dream that you have. That's. I mean, it's almost like a fire in her heart. It's very deeply emotional. I mean, this moon is connected to her heart, and I think your last reading was just incredibly deeply emotional as well. So this is a hope, a very pure hope. There's nothing like really awful about it, or it's not obsessive. It's just a hope that you carry within you that lights you from within, and you carry it's a light in the darkness for you. It's a dream. It keeps you going. And then we have home in the sky. So we have these birds, they're at home, but they're not flying. They're sort of floating, hovering. They're comfortable. They're hovering. It is sort of a bit of a stagnant energy. That we have this sort of smog situation. There's a huge city below, but they're floating above it. So there's sort of a disconnected vibe to this one to me. And there are these messages that aren't going anywhere. They're just sort of hovering here. So there's a lot of stillness in both of these cards. There's no movement. There's just a hanging outness. And there's these messages or these ideas that could be communicated. They actually have their own wings. They can go wherever they want. But instead, they're staying at home. They're staying at home, and they're just kind of hovering and holding. And they're hovering above this city. There's sort of these ideas that they're not going anywhere, and they're not descending anywhere. They're up here, and they're sort of hovering. Those ideas are hovering. And the hope, it's also like hovering within it. It's just also just staying. There's not a lot of movement or action in these cards. Now let's move to the main reading, the Santa Muerte deck. And I don't take reversals for this. So what does Virgo need to hear today? Okay, this is your past. This is your present. It's another hanging out card. This is your internal landscape. This is your what's blocking you. What's the issue? What's holding you back? Here's the external landscape. your sort of to-do list. I like this reading, and you can't see what I'm seeing, so we're going to move forward. And here's your possible outcomes. So in the recent past, just recently, you've been through a massive transformation. Huge change. This is the Santa Muerte card. This is the death card. And death, of course, is about birth, because every ending absolutely necessitates, the rules are, a new beginning. So there's a divinity here, the Mother Mary. She's here. She's looking at the empty cradle. Her belly is full. It's as full as it's ever going to be. And she needs to give birth. There's a harvesting here. There's an end of a season and a new beginning all at once. It's very passionate, and there is so much divine about this. You know, her halo is just radiating. We can't look directly at this light that she is bringing in with her. It's so bright. So there is this transformation. There's something that is ended and something that is new. This is possibly the most major of the major arcana. This is huge transformation has occurred to you. Whether it's within or without, I don't know. But both of those can be massive transformations. And then in your present moment, we have the Hanging Out card. This isn't the Hanged Man. This is the Page of Wands. He's got his message, and he's not swinging. He's not going forward. He's not going back. He's just sitting on the swing. The swing is supposed to move, but we're not doing that yet. But it's an idea that we've got, and we're playing with it, but not actively playing with it. We're sitting on it. We are... We've got a message we want to bring. We want to communicate something, but we're not doing it yet. We're just kind of holding on to it, sort of maybe toying with the idea of communication. Yeah, and here we have these birds, these messengers, and they're not doing anything either, but they're looking around. So this is another card of sort of holding. It's funny because this deck just reads so differently to me from other decks, but that's possibly one of the reasons why I like it, is it's new, and the messages are coming out so new to me. So yeah, there's a playful energy here, but we're not really engaging with the play yet. We're holding it, we're holding back, we're holding on. Internally though, we have another transformation card. So see how this butterfly here has this halo, similar halo as to this one, all around it. And we have this passion. It's this passionate transformation, and internally we're preparing, we're beginning to go on this journey. We have everything we need. We don't have our ducks in a row. It's not that kind of prepared, but we have our heart, we have our protections, we have our ideas, we have everything, and we even have this divine support around us. We're leaving this graveyard on a new journey. So it's reading to me right now so similar to what you've just been through, but it's more of an internal process. This is internally, you're at level 0 of some sort of new adventure. You have everything you need. It's not organized. It's not planned out. You've got your heart, you've got everything packed in, and you're ready to go. You are not looking behind you. You're looking ahead. You're looking at leaving this graveyard, leaving this place, both of death and of divine connection. I mean, in this situation, this is where you've gone to connect with yourself, with your divine self, with your own light, with your ancestors. You've connected with them, and now they're leading you forward. And this is your internal landscape. This is what's going on within. What blocks you is this Page of Swords. So we have a couple pages. So we have like this newness, this playful energy that doesn't know what it's doing yet and has a lot to learn. So we have this Page of Swords that's blocking you. So this is studying, and I'm wondering if this might be overstudying or overanalyzing or overthinking things. If that's what's blocking this movement forward, is too much studying, too much thinking. Your heart's ready to move. Your heart's ready to go. You've got this transformation that's happened. You've got this butterfly that's leading you forward out of this graveyard. But what's blocking you is this need to overanalyze it. And you don't like that you're not neatly packed and ready to go. You don't like that you don't have traveler's insurance or all your tickets purchased or every day planned out. You don't like that. Although that's what's happening internally. So you have this sort of external thing where you're planning it out. And it's what's blocking this whole situation. It's what's keeping you from moving forward is this studying, this analyzing of all the ideas from all the angles. What's going on around you is the Seven of Swords. It's sort of this waking up to sort of some level of treachery. And this is your environment. Is like, it looks like you're looking around at your environment to see like, wow, I've been buried. There's a lot of like, I mean, I know that this is the Santa Muerte Book of the Dead deck, but there is a lot of like, there just seems to be extra dead energy here, extra resurrection energy. So this you are waking up, and here we have hope written on your coffin. You wrote it while you were buried in it. And I don't think you were voluntarily buried. I think someone tried to bury you. So we have this white rose of hope, and we have reflection and hope. So you were buried. People around you buried you, and what kept you going was hope and reflection. So I love that both of these have hope. Just written out. Anyway, so you're looking around you at like, what the hell do these bastards do? What's been going on here? Well, and you're waking up to this a toxic environment, and then your to-do list. What you need to be doing, what you are doing, is a very spiritual connection. You are actually like, I've mentioned ancestral support before, and this is really looking for that ancestral support, looking to a spiritual grounding, spiritual messages. This is what you need to be looking for signs, looking for messages, connecting a deep connection to your ancestors, to your spirituality, to your internal light. There's a divineness here. There's chance happenings. You need to be looking for those. You're in a protected space, though. I mean, you're in this sort of enclosed glass space, and there's so much life around you. So again, it's just like looking at connecting with our past, with our ancestors, but also like currently just so much life around us. So just so much new life, and all of these flowers. You're just surrounded by flowers. They're coming down from the ceiling. They're up around you by the waist. There's a little bit of unsettled energy. There's some flower petals sort of swirling around you, and you're really connecting to that. So this is in your advice column. So I'm going to read the advice here that the Book of the Dead has for you. Once you have analyzed the situation with foresight, your means, and what you're able to communicate, proceed towards your objectives and your ideals. So this is saying like, yeah, okay, you're in this stagnant energy, and you do need to analyze things. But once you've done that, move forward. Don't let this trap you. It's time to move forward. You've connected, you've learned, you've done what you need to do. And once you have all the information you have, move forward. You don't need to like have it all packed super neatly. You can just move forward. So, and then where you're going is this Queen of Swords. This is, this can be an actual person that you're moving towards, or this can be you, but this is, this woman has done battle, and she's done She doesn't want to fight anymore. She's got her sword on her back. She's not going to plow through anything. She's not slashing anything. This is like a I'm done fighting energy. I'm not going to fight this anymore. She's moving forward through her garden with she's got the lessons. She's battle worn. She's wise. She can cut shit out. She can cut you down. She doesn't want to, though. She's in a position of she's ready to rest from the battles. But she still has her sword in her hand, and she is still ready to cut out what needs to be cut out. So moving forward, either you're going to be embodying that energy, or you're going to be welcoming that energy, or a person that embodies that energy into your life. I'm going to look her up, see if we can find anything else that she wants to say here. Your experience will enable you to deal with and better manage whatever happens, directing it towards positive and constructive outcomes. So this is a no more battle. We're returning from the battle energy. We can still take care of shit, but we'd prefer not to. All right, Virgo, I hope that reading was helpful for you. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. That all helps my little baby channel, and it also helps me know that my messages were received and understood. So thank you. Have a wonderful day.